Who's home? You home, world? I think he said he sent.
Power on. Bluetooth. The Steel City might be most associated with its legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Love seeing these early season. Five matchups, you can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The lone back's got it. Nice move to keep running. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to four-down territory. Here's third and short. Back to throw, it's Sanders. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Defense did a great job. 30 short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Smashes through the tackle. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
And this is the part of the field where it starts to be even more clear, right? I'm not backed up in my own territory. I'm getting towards midfield. Fourth and inches? I can't get inches? I like my offense. I like their aggressiveness. And I like the way they went and got the first down.
The running back has it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking left. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
The give to the left. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Dave. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Tackled, but he has a first down. See that maize and blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who.
Time to take a shot. Snags it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on second down. Grabs it in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground with the back. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. Michigan 14, Pitt 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the first through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's back to throw on second down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, they're making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on fourth down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Panther!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And the point after is good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Lining up for the PAT. Looking for a man. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Hits the spin cycle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Steps away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On second down, wants to throw it. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Lawrence. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw. You want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to go up top on first down. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. South Carolina, somehow, some way.
You could play make it with anybody. That nigga don't need no trade for that.
It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get the...
And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll try it again. And the Panthers get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They're thinking touchdown here on fourth and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Got his man quickly. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big move.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Using his legs, it's Graves. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line gets set, first down. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll leave it with him. That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Pittsburgh 25.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They start this third quarter, one possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
To the ground. He's got it again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game.
Clip it here, Commissioner, too. He don't need me.
And I think some people here will think that is take that as an insult, right? Like,
Damn, Kyle, you going crazy.
defensively. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Dances away from one. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And it's right down the boulevard. And the kick is good. And, guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And wings it incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that pass picked off. Touchdown, Michigan! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the On the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Hold and finds his man on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They tried that left side, but the defense was very disciplined and shut it down for no gain.
And you could see a great job by the defense understanding when the back slipped out to the left, they expanded with him, understood where the pass was going, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle in the open field.
Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Makes the grab close to the logo. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Fires to the middle. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
On third down, going up top. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He's looking for a man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. My like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He wants to throw here on second down. Looking to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
So this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Quick strike complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for a crease to the left. Ripping through the defense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panther. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They move the tight end all over. Dropping back, it's Sanders. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
takes the handoff. It's Graves. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
46 and 32.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
Returner runs out of bounds.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Oh, the ball squirts out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
1st down here for the offense. Hands it off. Running to Green. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Offense back on the field and ready to roll. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Pitt. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one pothole after another. They're trailing by 22 to Virginia Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the tailback. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. On first down, he just sneaks it ahead, though it's a little unusual play call. Now 2nd down as they try to run this clock. Running back searching for a hole. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Makes the grab. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Got room at the 35. The expressway is wide open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. They're trying to get to it. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Michigan! They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Give to the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got his man in the middle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looks like
Well, he really trashed, though. I beat that nigga like 12 times in a row. That nigga sucks. Once nigga said that only you can run is Wildcat, it was over.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
World, this nigga conceded in the playoffs in the first half. I made that nigga turn the game off in the first half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, Dave.
Yo, World, accept that trade, World.